A Lancaster County man is in custody after police say he set his home on fire with police inside. The charges he's now facing. A woman drives a minivan through a barrier at the Capona Festival in Harrisburg, sending 3 people, including a child, to the hospital. The charges she now faces. A big jackpot just got bigger. How much is on the line for tomorrow's Powerball drawing?
This is coverage you can count on. WGAL News 8 at noon starts now.
News 8 is covering 2 big developing stories this noon. A man is charged with arson, accused of setting fire to his home in Lancaster County. And a woman in Harrisburg is charged after driving her car into a crowd at the Capona Festival, injuring a child and 2 adults. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Shapiro. We begin with the arson in Lancaster County. News 8's Meredith Jorgensen is live from the scene in New Holland.
Susan, we're learning a lot of new information over the last few hours about what went on here on Spring Hollow Drive in the overnight hours. But the biggest takeaway from this fire is that police negotiated with a man inside the house while it was burning for 2 to 3 hours before they were able to grab him from inside the house. This is a photo of the suspect and homeowner, 74-year-old Donald Stoner, after New Holland police officers took him from the burning home. He was put on a stretcher, treated for smoke inhalation, and taken to Lancaster General Hospital. He will be involuntarily committed. We've learned that's part of the reason this whole event started. Court documents say on Friday, Stoner was charged with terroristic threats for telling his wife he would kill her. Then family members told police Stoner purchased 10 gallons of gasoline and was seen pouring it all over his house, and he said he was going to set it on fire. Police made a petition for a warrant for an involuntary commitment and tried to serve that warrant in the early morning hours, and that's when police say set the house on fire. The acting police chief says the fire department was able to keep the fire at bay for hours while Stoner was in the house and officers were negotiating with him.
They just kept trying to convince him and trying to figure out some motivation that we could create that would allow him to voluntarily exit the home, but for reasons best known to him, he refused to do that.
So the firefighters worked tirelessly throughout the night as the fire just kept popping up. They were putting out hot spots, we're told, little by little during these hours, while Mr. Stoner, who was on a cell phone, was talking to negotiators who were outside the house. We should note that the firefighters who have been here since these early morning hours are now waiting for the state police fire marshal to continue his investigation inside the house here, confirming the use of gasoline as an accelerant, therefore being arson of this house. We've also learned through the chief and court documents and through real estate documents that Mr. Stoner just bought this house August 18th. We talked to many neighbors here in the neighborhood, none of whom wanted to go on camera, but said they barely knew him. They had just seen him in passing, but he was not a familiar neighbor in the neighborhood just yet. But they were all shocked by the fire that was going on here in the neighborhood in the middle of the night. That's the latest here in Lancaster. I'm Meredith Jorgensen, WGAL News 8.
A York County woman is accused of driving a minivan through a barrier at the Harrisburg Capona Festival last night, injuring a child and 2 adults. The woman was just arraigned. News 8's Tom Lehman joins us live from Front Street with more on the charges against her.
Yes, Susan, you know, there was a festive atmosphere when all of this occurred, but it quickly turned into a cacophony of screaming, yelling, and horns honking as this incident unfolded and eventually ended right here in the area of Front Street and Pine Street. According to court documents, this is where police wrote that the woman who was behind the wheel of that red minivan ended up ending her movement around 6:10 p.m. and as police surveyed the scene, they found further up the road a young boy and a woman who were on the ground unresponsive just up the road on Front Street. Now, court documents say the woman behind the wheel was 37-year-old Elizabeth Ann Borer of York Haven. Records show she is facing several felony charges, including aggravated assault by vehicle while driving under the influence. Police wrote that Borer was, quote-unquote, out of it at the scene When she was transported to the hospital, officers say they believe that she was under the influence. A 6-year-old boy and a 25-year-old woman were taken to the hospitals in the area in critical condition, according to court documents, while a third victim was identified at the scene and also treated here as well. Court documents saying that Borer was taken to the place where she was interrogated by police, and that as police tried to interview her at the prison, she was either falling asleep or was talking about random things as they tried to gather more information about what happened. We'll have a lot more information about what is in the court documents, as well as what's next in the case and what the district attorney had to say, coming up later today here on WGAL. But for now, here on Front Street, Tom Lehman, News 8.
Our live team coverage continues with News 8's AJ Sisson. He spoke with the mayor about the incident as it is live from City Hall.
Yeah, Susan, we know that there are 3 victims, as Tom was just talking about: a woman in a wheelchair, a Harrisburg Public Works employee, and a 6-year-old boy who the city says is desperately fighting for his life. That's what they mentioned in their statement. As Tom was mentioning in court documents given to News 8, they did not define which victim was the Public Works employee, only identifying 2 victims. However, first responders found a 25-year-old woman and a 6-year-old boy unresponsive in the street following the incident, both transported to the hospital in critical condition. Those same documents revealed the crash fractured the 6-year-old's pelvis, broke 2 of his ribs, lacerated his spleen, broke his jaw, among other injuries he incurred. A third victim, a male, was treated at the scene. Mayor Wanda Williams released a statement about an hour and a half ago. She said, "We will stand by them as they heal and ask God to remain vigilant over the little boy desperately fighting for his life," adding afterwards, "Let me be clear. Harrisburg will not tolerate reckless disregard for human life. Our police and emergency responders acted swiftly and courageously, and the individual responsible is now in custody." I was at this event yesterday, and it was a beautiful event as well, but Mayor Wanda Williams added in her statement that she's working with law enforcement and other city offices to work on protections for future events, adding as well to ensure that the joy of Harrisburg's events is never overshadowed by fear. In Harrisburg, AJ Sisson, News 8.
The student involved in an e-bike crash Thursday in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, has died. The Warwick Township School District sent a statement to parents saying his family gave permission to inform the community about his death. In the statement, the district says it will continue to support staff and students. New at noon, a Lancaster County juvenile is facing multiple charges after police say he fired shots inside a home last month. West Earl Township police say the 16-year-old male fired a bullet through multiple interior walls of a home on Fulton Street August 22nd, but no one was hurt. Police say the teen assembled a ghost gun with parts he bought online. The teen has been released to his mother and faces several charges. Another beautiful day here in the Susquehanna Valley as we look live from our SkyCam network. Meteorologist Mary Ellen Pan joins me now with more on a forecast you just can't beat, Mary Ellen.
Oh, not at all. It has been splendid over the holiday. We continue with the wonderful conditions, very comfortable conditions. We do have some puffy cumulus clouds out there, but those will clear once the sun sets. High pressure, though, keeping things dry and really, really nice across the region. Temperatures right now in the low 70s, 72 in Lewistown and Harrisburg, 73 in Chambersburg, Gettysburg, York, and even Lancaster. And dew points are only in the low to mid 50s, so they have come up since the 40s we had the last couple of days, but it's still comfortable, especially for early September standards. Next 12-hour forecast shows the clouds will start to decrease as we get later into the evening. Temperatures will fall out of the 70s into the 60s as we continue through the overnight period and eventually into the 50s. We're going to continue with the warming trend. We're going to head into the low 80s, especially the next couple of days. Plenty of sunshine for Wednesday, and our next rain chance will come in on Thursday, and I'll time out those chances in my full forecast.